Hello everybody, this is Jay Honcho bringing you a game between DuckloadRa and MaDFroG on Scrap Station. DuckloadRa, of course, being WhiteRa, the enigmatic Protoss player from Mouse Sports. He is being lent to ladder as DuckloadRa, as far as I know. So all 1v1s will be under this name from now on until his contract expires or whatnot. I'm not exactly sure how the deal works, but regardless, it's good for him. He's, getting paid to do what he loves to do. Now, MaDFroG, if you haven't heard of him, is an epic Warcraft 3 player. So he's been playing a lot of SC2 and has been doing fairly well. He did play Undead in Warcraft 3 and is really known for really epic hero micro. And as we check the APM, both of them, hovering around 150, 100. Not too spammy, as we see some Asian players get up to around 300 or something like that. But MaDFroG going to be scouting the choke to see exactly if it's 1 gate, 2 gate, where the gates are. This puts him in a good position to go either top or bottom. So as this game develops, let's take a look at the production tab and see exactly what people are doing. DuckloadRa going to be going with a 13 gate, chrono boosting his way. Because of the long rush distance, he doesn't have to be that afraid of anything. His scout, though, is going to try and deny an expansion, as Zerg does like that very, very soon. Instead, MaDFroG is going for what is commonly used as a speedling build, where you get your gas slightly before your spawning pool, usually at around 13, 14, and you're able to get 100 gas right before, or right after your spawning pool finishes, and you still can afford a queen and do all that fun stuff, so it doesn't mess up your early game that much. It just delays it by about 15-20 seconds. But WhiteRa, DuckloadRa, gonna be just being annoying and flitting around with the probe here. See if he steals some minerals. Yes, the bad-mannered, wonderful mineral steel. Now what's interesting is there are a couple of games that I saw not with either of these players. Oh, and look at this, a very, very early expansion, 1 gate Nexus. Interesting, and as MaDFroG gets a sneaky expansion at gold, we'll see exactly how this develops. And I'm sure WhiteRa here is going to be a little bit suspicious, let's say. Speed is on the way, he's getting his queen. But I did see a game where a Protoss stole this gas and immediately kept going back and forth between the mineral and the Vespene. Of course, when you go from a Vespene geyser to a mineral patch, you lose the Vespene. So it wasn't all that bad, but it was just very, very annoying. And we see a stream of Zerglings going to be going maybe to the watchtower, maybe a little bit further. Maybe he has seen this, but we should be seeing a forge going down. Indeed we do. It won't get up in time to stop these lings, and this probe will get surrounded, maybe make its way out, but a lot of stuff going on at the moment. An Evo chamber very early for MaDFroG, and we'll see exactly what's going on. He is getting a little bit behind in his vomiting, but compared to what I go through, it's nothing. But we do see a very nice rally point right up here. Going to be doing some pressure, putting some pressure on WhiteRa here, but we do see some cannons going down. Unfortunately, that only protects him for the expansion, and that is before these destructible debris go down. But the Zergling run-bys here aren't protected by the Zealots until he puts them all in here and jams hold position. That is pretty safe, and he can happily probe up. If we look at the worker count, WhiteRa is ahead just by a little bit, and finally we see a cybercore coming out and the second gas as well on the way. But for MaDFroG, we just see very sparse population here down at this bottom gold hatchery. Now, usually you'd want that to be extremely saturated, because it does give you that huge mineral boost, and we should see him take another base quite soon. A layer on the way, only off of 1 gas though. We do have the Zerglings taking down the rocks, but WhiteRa does have enough. But since speed is out, if WhiteRa is forced to pull his Zealots, he can just easily run around. But we do see a hidden Stargate up at the top ramp on the high ground, which the Zerglings probably will not see at all. And we do have a photon cannon. Gonna warp in about in time to shoo away these lings, but the damage has been done. A much bigger force will be on the way soon enough. We do see some upgrades for the melee attacks. We might be seeing ultras down the line, or just a more effective Zergling harass. But that photon cannon gets there right in the nick of time, and the Stargate will be warping in. But let's look at exactly where it's going. No interesting waypoint. It probably won't see the gold expansion, but if it does, MaDFroG could be in for a little bit of a fight. These massive amount of Zerglings. How many Zerglings do we have? 31. And a Spire on the way. So this could do some damage if he's able to get in, but oh wow, he does get in a little bit. Unfortunately, he is going to be doing a little bit of damage to White Rock. Most of the Zerglings going down a combination of Zealots and Cannon, but going to pick off as many as he can, do a little dancing as he gets his third base, which I thought would come a little bit sooner. We see his minerals kind of going up, but that is because he is getting some mutas on the way. The first Void Ray is out for White Ra, and he is getting the level 1 attack for the air, and the worker count seems to be still in White Ra's favor, and he's just continuing to chrono boost probes out, still off of 1 gate. Kind of interesting here. Not exactly sure, but we have another whole group of lings going into the smoke. Maybe do another run by, but it's not going to be as effective. Oh! He spins that Zealot around, and he's able to get in the middle line of White Ra. Very nicely done. He's going to just take this cannon out just because he has numbers right now, but these lings are doing their damage. This one probe, this has a little bit left, but because White Ra has only 1 gate, he's only able to reproduce a few more Zealots than he had. So this Nexus will fall pretty easily. We do have 2 Void Rays out, and they might be headed down here to the gold expansion, which was scouted. Unfortunately for MaDFroG, he will lose his gold expansion because one poor queen cannot bear to handle these 2 Void Rays. These mutas probably not going to be enough without the transfusion, which prolonged their life and was able to eat in. But this 3rd Void Ray, now 2nd Void Ray, on the way, getting a little bit lost in translation, will be able to do a little bit more damage, but he will go down, unfortunately. So MaDFroG got the better end of that deal, still has 2 Speedlings in White Ra's base. Void Rays continue. No, he switched to Phoenix. A lot of Phoenix on the way for White Ra, which will counter Mutalisk with proper micro, but this Void Ray here better get back, otherwise it's going to get killed by these 4 mutas. And very good defense by MaDFroG. I expect nothing less. Wow, that went really fast. But these Phoenix will shoo the mutas away, and we should see something entirely different from MaDFroG in the near future. Perhaps Hydras, perhaps Roaches. This muta, unfortunately engaging, lost to the Void. Now, White Ra is rebuilding his expansion here. Very oversaturated. Look at that. That is 24, 32, 36 probes.